Hi, Floss2.
Hi, Floss2.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jane.
And we're the BosStitchers. Thanks for joining us today for episode 93. Today is August 5th. And it was another steamy day in Boston, wasn't it?
Brutal. Yeah,
I
it
think-
really has been brutal.
Is it tomorrow that's getting better or the
Yes.
next day?
I think,
okay.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
tomorrow. It's going to be in the
All
70s
right.
for the
Woohoo.
rest of the week. Yeah.
Hope is on the way. Well, you have some information you want to share, so why don't you do that right away?
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to address my Minnesota North Stars hat and my Bemidji State Beaver t-shirt. And I'm wearing this because a group of friends and myself are going to Minnesota. We leave on Wednesday. Actually, I think we all leave on Wednesday except Babs. Babs, I think, is she already left and she's driving. She's driving up.
Checking things out.
Yeah, she's driving up. Sounds like she's having a fabulous time.
Right. Lucky her.
Driving up to Minnesota. Yeah, so I'm channeling my inner Minnesotan.
Do you care to share some of the stops you're going to make while you're there?
Let's see. So we're going to go to Welcome Stitchery. We're going to go to Buttermilk Basin. We're going to go to a couple of other cross-stitch shops that I can't remember right now. But I'm basically...
Somebody will know how to get there.
I'm basically going along for the
with
ride.
the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Tracy from OG Stitchery is kind of the mastermind of putting all of it together, and but we are going to go to South Dakota because we are. We're going to go to a cross stitch shop there.
Oh, that's a new addition, huh?
Yeah, we're not going to go. We probably won't go to the Badlands or anything. But, that's okay because I would. Like to go there. Yeah. I'm sure Howie would like to go there too.
That's a place I'd love to see too.
Yeah. We'll get there someday.
Well, I do have huge FOMO, but I'm counting on Tracy leading this sort of introductory trip, and I'm holding out for next year.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
The other thing is, I would just like to thank people for chiming in on the glue for the pins that I was making. I was saying that I have the E6000, and it's kind of clumpy and goopy. And it doesn't really hold, well, it holds them, but it can be kind of stringy. Thanks to my friend Helen, she told me to try the B7000. So I haven't gotten that yet, but I really appreciate that because I will definitely.
If Helen says that, I'd do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Sounds like good advice.
So. You went on a little excursion yourself.
Much closer to home, but yes, I did. Thanks to our friend Deborah, I went to the new shop. We do have like so much choice. It's incredible, really. We are really lucky. The third shop in the what'd you call it? Greater Eastern Central Mass, I guess, location.
Yeah.
Called The Threaded Needle, owned by a lovely woman named Alice. And she hosts a stitch night pretty much the first Sunday night, which is a little different of the month. And Deborah and I went last night along with several other stitchers were there. And the shop is in Grafton, made famous by
my hometown,
which is in Central Mass, just outside of Worcester, and very conveniently located right off the Mass Pike.
Oh yeah.
Like I was telling Jane, I was concerned about traffic. I thought, people might be coming back from the Berkshires, and it was great. It was quite an easy commute.
Yeah.
Lovely shop. It's small, but Alice has things very well arranged and like absolutely maximizes the space. So we had a lovely time.
Nice.
Stitching.
I have to get there.
Yeah.
Definitely have to get there.
Great selection of patterns, and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to my return.
Great.
And again, it's the
Great.
threaded needle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she had an online presence before as well, so
Okay. Does she
Yeah.
still?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So people
Okay.
can check that out.
I'll put the
as well.
information
Very
below.
customer service oriented. Yeah.
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 Nice. Yeah, I'll put the information below.
Yeah,
So-
that was fun.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to throw out the first stitch?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Maybe you'll join in on some of this. I have had an absolute ball doing the Nap Time Stitchers Stitch the Summer Olympics. And we know that I'm not always, I'm a joiner. But I'm not always a sticker. And so today is day 11, right? Of the Olympics. And I have like stuck with this like I've never stuck with anything.
Proud of you.
Stitching related before.
All right.
Yeah. And just as an aside, my daughter and son-in-law went to the Olympics. They got home last night. And so I am just like all about the Olympics this time. Like I watched more than I ever have in my life. And, they had a blast. I haven't talked to them yet, but one of the events they went to was the men's canoe slalom finals.
Oh, yeah.
That, if you haven't watched it, is the wildest event.
Yeah.
Like, if I, by some very odd chance, ever found myself in the middle of that, if I got on alive, I'd consider a win. It's just wild.
Yeah.
And a Frenchman won. So, of course, and he won by quite a lot. But I was saying it's funny because, and we thought we had the best chance of seeing them in the crowd at that event because they were kind of near the front of one of the gates. We did not see them. But, we were studying that, anything. And I was like, it's interesting how you become an instant expert in something. Now I'm critiquing them all. And of course, I know that the Frenchman has won. So once he comes on, his form and everything else, it was just great. So anyway, I've had a great time with the whole thing. So again, hats off to the Nap Time Stitcher because she has an event today, and they're great. And you can just join in so easily. There's so many things that fit it. So I think we both did day 1, right?
Yes.
Where we stitched either you could start something new or something that you started in 2024. And I have an FFO. Yeah, I know you saw it almost finished last time. But this was fine, and it is now finished.
That looks great.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a wine.
I'm sorry, I meant to put that on the bottom.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
wine apron.
Yeah.
I think we already discussed why the pickleball last time. But
Yep.
yes,
And that was
it's a wine.
Kit
Apron.
from
Herrschners, and I had it a minute ago, but maybe it comes up a little later actually for part 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
How about you? Did you have
Yeah.
for day 1?
So for day 1, this is something that I started in 2024, and it's Puntini Puntini When I Think of Summer.
I like this.
Yeah.
Did you get the buttons?
Yes, the buttons came with it. So
You got a lot done on that.
this is on 28 count lemonade from Color and
Lemonade.
Cotton.
I think there's a piece with my name on it in St. Louis.
I decided that instead of the black, I would use a brighter color, so I used blue. And
Cotton?
Yes. I can't remember what the name of it is, and I don't have it with me. But I just picked something that was kind of brighter. There is some blue over here, And I figure, well, if I just, if it blends in too much, then I'll just pick a different blue for over there. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's a fun, it's a fun summery stitch. So that was my day one.
All right. Day two was do something patriotic for any country. And I kind of double dipped because now that I'm into the South thing, I want to do an American welcome. And it was not a big stitching day for me. In fact, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit, not only was this my patriotic, this was mine when we get to the water day too. So do not have a lot on this, obviously. But I am looking forward to getting back to that. After the Olympics.
What fabric is that?
Oh, good question. This is a color and cotton. I've had this for quite a while. It's a chamomile. That was from their January 22nd fabric club. It's a 32 count Belfast line.
Okay.
Very nice, basic
Yeah.
color.
Yep.
Yeah. I like that.
All right. So for my patriotic one, I did, this is Freedom House by Myrtle Grace Motifs. And I did the grass. I picked this is called Barrel Cactus from Color and Cotton. The grass here is a couple of different colors from weeks, but I decided to just use one color, variegated. And then I did the stripes at the bottom. I have some fill-in to do. And then I probably won't do all of the stars that are all around it. I'll do a few, maybe. But this should be a good project to bring with me to Minnesota because some of it's fill-in. So that was my day.
Okay, did you take my cheat sheet or I just had it here 2 seconds ago?
It's under your chair.
Thank you.
There.
All right. Number 3.
Okay.
Something summer. I went with Shannon Christine's Happy Summer 2. Doesn't that look happy? And this is
Hello
one,
Summer 2.
Yeah.
It's Hello Summer 2.
Didn't I say that?
You said Happy Summer 2. Is it
Oh, did
hello?
I?
Oh, yeah. No, that's all right. Hello Summer 2 by Shannon Christine.
This is another one that I double dipped on because I started it because it was summer. And you don't see this all that well since most of what I did was white because later on we have a day where we do something with a border or a row. It was rowing.
Okay.
And I came back to this and did some more.
Okay.
And this is on, that fell off, but I know this is 32 count Lambswool Jovelin.
Okay. Nice. My summer project was JBW Designs Green Gables. And the reason I picked this for my summer project is because I started this last summer when we went to Prince Edward Island. So, I got a lot of the border done, a lot of the flowers put in, and then I started, I finished the house, I put the flowers in below. This is one that I double dipped on too. And then I started the row of trees at the bottom. So,
you know, Jane, I was just looking at the back of this. And I see this is a mere 86 times 133.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, when we get to my hand.
Yeah, that one's a little bit different.
Maybe I should have considered this.
Yeah, yep. This
That
one's a
looks very
little bit
nice.
different. Yep. So,
Oh,
all
I
right.
like that. All right, day 4 was stitch the Olympic colors. So we had blue, black, gold, yellow, green, and red, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm working on Prairie Schooler Santa, 1994. Santa with his sunflowers. And this is another double dip for me. I used it, I did yellow for day 4.
Oh.
And then today, day 11 is gymnastics. And it's stitch something choreographed by your favorite designer.
Okay.
And I was telling Jane, I kind of like struggled with this for a while. And because I don't know if I have an absolute favorite.
Yeah.
I really
know, it's
like
hard.
Tracy Horner and Egg Circles, and I thought about pulling out my genetics piece. And then I thought, wait a minute. I do so many Prairie Schoolers in a year. Yeah, let's go back to this. So today I have started to work on the green. And
is that
maybe I'll get a little bit more done.
what is that? Is that the 18 count
That's
Davos? Or
yeah,
what?
khaki, Davos. Yeah, the standard.
Okay. And then, so for mine, I double dipped on this, and I did, I worked on the trees at the bottom for the green. So.
All right. Let's see. Day 5 was water, so I did that American Welcome.
Okay. And for my water, I worked on Make Waves by the Stitcher Hood. And this is a piece of fabric that I started a project and I abandoned, so there's a little bit of stitching here that I still have to pull out, but here's
And we got the big part of that done now.
Yes, yeah, this is, let me see. I forget what I know this is a Be Stitch Me fabric.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, still working on the waves. The wheel's tail's done working on the waves. I'm doing this in 2 colors, both color and cotton. One is Solstice, and then the other is Shining Sea, and that's the dark. So the waves have a dark and a light, and then there's a border around it. And I think I already mentioned to Kathy that I am going to do the border. I'm not sure that I'm going to have enough. The Shining Sea is the dark. I'm not sure that I'm going to have enough to do the whole border with that, so I'll just pick another blue to do the waves on the border. But this is fun to do. It's I did put it in Patent Keeper because it is kind of like it is kind of tough to see with all the scrolls.
Right. That's pretty. All right. Day 6 was something round for cycling.
Okay.
I did watch the cycling on.
What I really like about it is I like just seeing the countryside.
Me too.
And the city.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
And like what an incredible feat being on that bike for like 6 hours or something.
I know.
Oh.
Makes my butt hurt just thinking about it.
Excuse me. Okay, here we've got pickleball back.
Okay.
So this was the FFO, and then I moved on to, it's always pickleball season. It was kind of funny because it took me a little while to find something round, and I looked at this and I'm thinking, that does not look round to me, but it is a ball,
Yes.
so it's supposed to be round.
Yeah.
So I think this qualifies.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then I picked up my great niece, and we had her for 4 days. So that kind of ended.
That's it for that.
That kind of ended
The Olympics is
my
over.
my Olympic stitching.
Your Olympics either finished or started.
Right,
however you
yeah,
want to think about it.
exactly.
All right,
Right,
I'll
right.
just move on.
I do have a couple more whips, but why don't you just
All
go
right.
with
I'll
the
keep going.
Olympics? Yeah.
Day 7 was one of your oldest whips. Now, you know, I don't think I can honestly say that Portuguese Fish is one of my absolute oldest, but it is definitely one that has been kicking around that Boss Me board for a long time. It's one that I love, that I am very close to.
Yep.
And I also have, I think I also maybe even have this upside down, but it's kind of like could go either way, couldn't it?
Yep.
It's also, I have somebody in mind for this, and I would really like to get it finished. So I'm going to keep going with this later.
And
this was a fun one.
Yeah.
And that was for one of the oldest whips, but I noticed that there's an animal one. And I'm not sure if that's tomorrow, but that's coming up. So I thought, okay,
Yep.
I think that's,
And
that
the
qualifies.
Portuguese Fish is from the World of Cross Stitch magazine, March 2018. And the fabric is
oh, the fabric.
32
I think
count
that's,
platinum.
yes, thank you.
My pleasure. Glad I can be of assistance.
I knew you were here. Next we went on to volleyball, which I watched today, by the way, and that was terrific. That was really
Beach
fun.
volleyball or volleyball?
No,
volleyball?
this was regular volleyball. It was the U.S. versus Brazil.
Oh, I saw that too. Yeah.
Do you know who won?
No.
Because I had to make dinner.
Yeah.
I have to go back and watch, figure it out.
I think I was making notes for our episode.
Wow.
So
Yeah, we were both hard at work, so yeah. That was a great game. I always told my daughter played volleyball, and I love to watch that. It's so quick moving, you know? Okay, so this is volleyball, and it's something with more than one person. And what I realized is I rarely stitch people.
yeah.
And this is kind of a pitiful amount that I have done. But there it is.
But
That's
this is a
more
kit
than one
by
person.
MP Studio.
Yes. Yeah. Of which I have much of a set now.
Yeah. But it's
so-
cool because it comes with the, obviously it comes with, it's a wooden piece. And
Has a stand,
yeah.
so you can.
yeah, so then when
Unfortunately,
you're done, and it comes with a piece of felt so you can back it, comes with the stand so that you can set it up. So it's kind of a cool.
Yeah, it's
kind of
one-stop
a-
shopping.
Yeah, kind of a cool
I
little
meant
kit.
to try that for car stitching too, and I didn't. But I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that this weekend.
Yeah.
Number 9 is a marathon, something with a row or a border, and I went back to Hello Summer and did the border on that one. Put that. 10 is Olympic Village, and that's a house or a building. And I really like that because that gave me an opportunity to start my Anne of Green Gables.
Oh yeah.
Jane and I both got this, I think, when we went to Stitch North.
We
We
did.
went to Gitta's shop in Mississauga.
Yes. This is how well.
And, yeah, so I wanted to start that since I went to PEI. Not admittedly
And this
a huge
is
star, but
this is 210 by 140.
yes, it is.
So it's a little bit bigger
Yes,
than
because
my
we know
Green
I
Gables.
love a challenge. So, so there's a bit of a Green Gable right there.
Very nice. Okay, that's great.
I had an opportunity to put in some stitches last
What
night.
fabric are
when
you
we were
using?
at- I am using a Grace Notes fabric, 32 count linen in Andrew.
Okay.
It is, you probably can't really see it that much, but it's kind of perfect sky color.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up because the reason I'm using that is to...
Oh, you
yeah,
cheater!
yeah,
You're cheating.
Yeah, I sure am. proud to do it too. Yeah, I'm saving myself all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So I'll be finished in no time.
Yeah, exactly. Think of all those stitches you're not going to have to do.
Yeah, think all the time I'll save.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
And that's it for me because number 11, which is today, was gymnastics, choreographed by a favorite designer, and I went back to my Prairie Schooler.
Okay. All right. I have a couple of other whips. My friend Nancy of the Disorderly Stitcher asked me if I wanted to start Faith of the Heart. And this is Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. And so we were going to start on August 1st, and so I said, sure, why not? We started Indigo Lane together, and I haven't finished that one yet, so why not add another whip to my pile?
Did Nancy finish Indigo Lane?
She did, yeah. Yeah, she did.
That Nancy, she's a finisher.
I know. She's a bad influence for starting things, too. Anyway, like I said, I had the kid, so...
Lest you forget.
Yeah, I didn't start it on the 1st, I started it on the 2nd, and all I did was start around the top border. So that's all I got going. This is a 32 count.
Oatmeal, I think I saw.
Yep, this is 32 count Lugana, color and cotton, and it's oatmeal. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It very much looks like oatmeal.
It does.
Yeah.
So, anyway, got that started.
All right.
Add another whip to my pile. And then I wanted to bring to Minnesota. We're going to go to a few cross-stitch shops. We're staying at an Airbnb. Sure there'll be a lot of talking and
a little stitching.
a little stitching, but the stitching that I do, I wanted to not have to pull out. So I wanted to have some things that I could just do fill in. So I pulled this out. This is Halloween This Way by the Primitive Hair. And these are all the signs, and you can see how much fill-in there really is, which is, yeah, it is a lot. The fabric I'm using is called for the 32 count linen. It's called Dark Spell, and it's by the Primitive Hair.
And it's so perfect.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you pulled that out again.
And I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap because
that'd be way too much work.
Yeah, way too much work. Anyway, I finished one of the signs, finished the lettering and the outside of another sign. So this I can just fill in. Started working on the outline of another sign, and then maybe I'll put the words in. But if I don't get the words in, I think this will be more than enough.
I think so.
So,
yeah.
And I would like to just say to our friend Katie, who is also doing this, and when we were at StitchCon, we talked about the placement of this, and the placement, for some reason, does not look like it does on on the picture.
Does it come further
It's really
down
lower,
into
yeah.
the,
Yeah, it's lower, much lower.
Okay.
But I'm sure that I wasn't supposed to stitch this over one. So anyway, but I said to Katie, I'm like, no, it'll be fine. Well, of course, Katie was right, and so it is going to be lower, but it's still going to be fine.
Katie and that tape measure boy.
I know. So there's only a little bit of the signpost here. So it'll cover up a little bit, but
it's still great fabric.
It'll be fine. Oh yeah, it'll be fine. So anyway, I'm gonna have like a 3-hour plane ride. And
There'll
be some car stitching probably. And stitching at the shops and stitching at the Airbnb. So
we expect we'll see quite a bit.
I am gonna get so much done.
We can't wait.
All right. You showed your FFO.
Yes. How about you?
I do not have one.
Right.
No finishes.
Okay.
No FFOs.
All right.
Haul. Do you have haul?
No, I don't have haul.
All right. I have just a couple of pieces. I could not leave this in Randy's shop when we went. Was it last weekend?
Yeah.
A week ago.
Yeah.
When we went to Randy's
for
Saturday stitching. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe not. Maybe you mean previously?
No, I just thought she kind of had a lot of those out, but I think you're right.
Well, she did. She just had
the patterns.
Right, so Randy bought a bunch of charts from Mojo Stitches, and the one that I was drawn to was Flutterby. It's just a sweet little stitch, I think. And when I say little, let me see, 128 by 129.
That's manageable.
So that is manageable.
Yeah.
Isn't that cute, though?
Yeah.
And Kathy, you got to do the border for this. You have to. You don't have a choice. So, yeah. But I thought that was pretty. And then I discovered a new to me cross stitch website. It's called benandhannahdoneit.com. And they're mostly religious charts, but they're in the UK. And I saw this chart, and I just thought it was really nice. And so I went on their website and bought a couple of charts. This is the Lord's Prayer. So I'll bring it in so that you can kind of see. I thought that was kind of cool. It's something different. And it has the Lord's Prayer written throughout the chart. And that is the company. Hannah Dunnett is the designer.
And they come beautifully packaged.
Yeah, so look at
presentation.
Look at the back
really
of
great.
this. So it's just this nice little flippy thing. And yeah. It's a really nice, envelope.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. And while I was on the site, they were going to ship anyway. So
I know.
I figured,
How to make it worth your while.
That's right. And so I got an instrument of your piece, and this is the Prayer of St. Francis. Just pull that in a little bit. So I thought these were, different and pretty. And I couldn't resist. So
Done.
And they came pretty fast too.
Yeah.
So all right. That's it for me.
All right. I think that's it for me. I guess for me, I have to see
plans?
the Olympics to the end.
That's
yeah. Priority
Yeah.
one.
Because how many more days? It's only
Through Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Then Portuguese Fish. I know I said it last time. I'm getting a little bit done in the meantime, and
Well, you got an
sticking with
animal
that.
stitch coming up.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, plus, is the last one stitch something that you're going to finish in 24?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Stitch something that you'd like to stitch
I'm
in
a shoo-in
2024.
then.
And then soccer is something about stitch
Oh,
toward
your
a goal. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Might be Portuguese Fish all the time now. Took care of my plans fast.
That's right. Yep. For me, I have to. So today's Monday. I'm leaving for Minnesota on Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll be packing and deciding
Which project?
what
the
whips.
important
Yes,
things.
yes. What whips I'm going to bring.
Now, I mean, other than, of course, with an airline, but are you under any constraints in what you can bring, like in terms of a van or that you'll be traveling in, or is it pretty wide open?
So it's going to be a little tight, I think.
Okay.
But I'll just bring my bag that I always bring, and it's a suitcase, but it's a carry-on. But I won't be carrying it on. I'll be checking. So the sky's the limit.
That's
for
right.
really as much
for the return
as much
trip.
stuff as I can stuff in there. I will. But yeah. So.
All right. Well, we can't wait to hear about it.
So we lied to our viewers the last time because we said that
Did we say this was our anniversary that we were doing?
We said that we wouldn't be back until our anniversary, and then we realized afterwards that that 2 weeks from when we filmed was actually like today or tomorrow or whatever it was, so that we could get in another one before I went to Minnesota. So that's why.
This is it, and it's kind of short.
This is a little bonus.
Yeah.
And but the next time we will definitely
I told Jane I've already got a little bubbly on ice for us. So
well prepared.
So we are ready.
Okay.
So please come back.
Yes. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Celebratory anniversary issue.
Yes. 4
Thanks
years.
for joining us today.
Yes, definitely. And thanks for watching. We really appreciate everybody that tunes in and comments. It's really fun to reach out to the community and have everybody kind of respond. So thank you so much. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.